Welcome one and all in one to the 8th Cult of Kings Starcraft 2 replay. Today we're going to be seeing a free-for-all with 5 players. The Cult of Kings member and our hero for this game is Throllax. I'll move that down so the talking doesn't get in the way. Throllax, the one who made the banner for the game clock, which I haven't worked out how to do yet. Apparently it requires a lot of XML coding changes to Windows Movie Maker, and I don't have that kind of knowledge. But he's going up against Tannoy, the purple Zerg, who didn't actually intend on going Zerg, Wheezy, the green Zerg, Wildcard, the orange Terran, and Ollie, the teal Protoss. And there's no one here. So this is obviously a 6-person map, but they're just playing with 5 people. So I'm going to open up the production tab because there's a lot of stuff, and I'm going to miss all sorts of stuff. So we have very early barracks going down. I think it's a barracks before supply depot. Yep, barracks before supply depot. There's the supply depot just going down now. Only probes and probes and drones. No. Now we have a 12 gateway going down for Throllax. Ollie not currently doing anything. He's now at max supply. Talking about the advantages of overlords here apparently, because one person is like, I don't know what to do. Gas going down and a spawning pool. I think it was probably a 14-14. Gas is up now for Wheezy, and the spawning pool is about a quarter of the way done. Barracks is now up. I don't think any Marines been produced yet. He is morphing in a command center at 13, which is very, very early. That's an extremely early command center. Most Terrans do get their command center at about 16 normally. We do have a Forge Gateway wall off now going down for Ollie, except for this little gap here, which I'm assuming he will load up with a Zealot at some point. SCV scouting and probes chasing that around to get rid of it. We do have Gateway being produced, Cybernetics Core on the way. Again, almost a complete wall off, probably just enough gap there for a Zealot. Overlord from Wheezy doing some scouting. Do have Ollie's probe fleeing for his life from Tannoy's base, being chased diligently by a drone. Do have an Overlord. Scouting, or not scouting, but providing vision at the front of Wheezy's base. Wall off now being completed with a second barracks and a tech lab going down. Second refinery going down now for Wildcard. What's going on over here? Nothing much, I think. No, he's just still trying to chase around this SCV. Now just throwing down his gas. Do have 2 Spore Crawlers and 4 Zerglings being produced for Wheezy. We do have a Reaper and Nitro packs on the way, so we are going to be seeing a Reaper rush here with no Cybernetics Core. This is going to be difficult for Ollie to hold off. If we take a look at our hero, he does have his Zealot off blocking the wall. He does have a I was about to say a Scout. That's not right at all. We do have a Stalker on the way. Warp Gate technology being researched. Second gateway on the way, and just getting that pylon just before getting supply blocks. So almost perfect timing there. Spine Crawler going down. I don't know if I like the placement of this Spine Crawler. It is blocking these probes, seeing they are going to these drones, and they are going to have to go skirt around it. Wouldn't mind if he is wanting to sort of protect the back here, put it here maybe, or here, in areas where it's not going to be that much different. Both Zerg players now getting speed. Tannoy is almost done, and Wheezy is about half done. Those Nitro packs and the first Reaper are almost done. Again, I do think this Reaper's going to just... Is it rallied over here? Let's have a look. No, it just rallied to here. He is waiting for a second Reaper now. I was going to say, that did seem like a long time. I think he's just waiting for this to happen, but I don't think it's really necessary. With a not even superb micro, you can run around these guys all day. Cybernetics Core only just going down now. It's not going to be done in time anywhere near. He is throwing down some cannons. That could help protect them in a line, but again, it's a bit late. So Warp Gate technology almost completed now. And we do have the robotics facility and the third gateway nearly complete now for Throllax. We are seeing a Roach Warren now for Tannoy, and and no additional tech, just a layer. A lot of spare lava at the moment, 5. Doing a good job of keeping them producing, but no additional units being produced at the moment. Zergling clash here at the front of Wheezy's base. Tannoy should be pulling out. There we go. Just too many Zerglings there, and then the Queens could also come in and back up if required. Zerglings, I think they're just going to be doing some scouting, maybe try a little push up here, but obviously there's not much here. They could just do a run-up. Starting to attack now. What's going to happen? Getting through that, tech lab, followed up with some Zerglings by Wheezy. They do turn to engage each other. Don't know if that was the smartest idea. If they both had to focus this down, they probably could have taken down both barracks before anything decent spawned. But now Tannoy's forces are going to be pushing back up, but with these 3, the Reaper now should be able to hold them all off with the wall. Yeah, there we go. So they're now running off. Guessing those Reapers did get held off here with only some slight damage to one of the photon cannons, but a lot of probe damage being dealt here. We do have another command center being built and a Hellion with that infernal pre-igniter, which isn't too bad considering he has so far been hit by both Zerg players. You could assume that they are rather close. Zealots now for Ollie. I think at this stage he really should be trying to consolidate rather than leaving his Zealots out of his base. But we do have Zerglings now coming around. I think if they're going to get up here... No, they're just chilling. No, it's an Observer. It took me a second to remember what it was. Observer now just scooting around the board, blah 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 blah. God damn, I need to learn to talk. Scooting around the field, getting scouting information. 5th time lucky. We do have a robotics bay going down now for those Colossi, which are incredibly scary, especially at this stage because he is a long way ahead. We do have layers up now for both of the Zerg players, but both of them are currently sitting on one base. They both could be looking to expand at this stage, and both only having sort of tier 1 tech. But yeah, Ollie's now pretty much cleaned out. He's got no Nexus. He is warping in a photon cannon. He has no resources though, so he's completely out of this game. Probe's now moving out to try and get these units out of his base. He could quite possibly cancel here and create... he does have enough, so if he cancelled this, he could create 3 sentries and just hold out. Wildcard having, I'm assuming, a friendly go at Ollie for sucking and dying. The extended thermal lance, the big threat for the Colossi, is now being produced. No Colossi on the way yet, though. I don't think there are any at the moment. Expansion now going down. Expansion also going down for Wildcard, of course, because it should be able to fly quicker than this can warp in. Oh no, this expansion will be up first. Let's take a look at the units tab and see what everyone's got. So 28 probes, 8 zealots, 6 stalkers for Throllax. Ollie, who's pretty much out of the game, is sitting on 4 probes and 2 zealots. 19 SCVs and 2 mules for Wildcard, 16 drones for Tannoy, and 28 now drones for Wheezy. I think probably all of them could do with a bit better saturation, considering we're now 10 minutes into the game, especially both the Zerg players, because they both really want to be sitting on their second, if not third expansion now, especially because there are high yields everywhere. High yield here, high yield here, high yield here, high yield here. Oh no, not there. High yield here. There are plenty of high yields. High yield here. There are plenty of high yields around the map which you can get access to. So I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing both of the Zerg players looking to be expanding a bit more quickly, considering they're both sitting on tier 1. So they're both behind in tech. They're both behind. Actually, no. Wheezy's not behind in drones, but Tannoy certainly is behind in drones. Wildcard, I think, if he was going to be Mutalisk harass now from Wheezy into this. I'm getting too preoccupied with just the sheer amount of stuff that's going on. But that will be moving out now. Not a lot of air defense at the moment for Wildcard. He's building a lot. Oh, that's the units tab. That would be why. Let's go back to the production tab so we can keep an eye on that. So not a lot being produced at the moment for all players. It does appear that both Zerg players are going for some form of mutiling build, with Tannoy focusing more on roaches and standard play from Wheezy with the mutiling build. Wheezy now taking that high yield expansion. As I said, there are two right in the center here, and because the Terran player doesn't have a lot of anti-air, although I wouldn't mind maybe turret here, siege tank here, and that will bombard the crap out of this all day long. But because Wildcard doesn't have very much, there's not a lot he could do. He's gone for pretty much a pure ground force and didn't think about getting anti-air, and his Zerg neighbor has decided to go for an air force. So, but at this stage, Throllax is the only one who hasn't been engaged yet. So I think that this force right here is going to be quite scary. Again, though, I think there are enough stalkers actually. How many of them? How many mutalisks are there? Let's take a look at the unit counting station. Have a look. Only 7. So yeah, there's only a maximum of 8 mutalisks, and I think there are enough stalkers to deal with that. Especially if they have upgrades. Speaking of the devil, upgrades are being researched. More probes coming out now. Throllax sitting on 42. I think that Wildcard is pretty much out of this game. There's not a lot he can do at this stage. He just didn't have any anti-air. He's trying to get his orbital command out of there. He does have his second one. He's trying to re-mass his SCV count. More insulting going on. Tannoy is also building up, but again, I don't think there are any upgrades. I think I'm just going to quickly go. Let's have a look at the income tab actually for all players. So Throllax a mile ahead. An absolute mile ahead, almost double all the other players at the moment. So I think it's going to be pretty difficult for him to lose at this stage, considering he's had this expansion for so long. Wildcard did have the right idea in expanding, but really should have been scouting a bit more actively to try and find out what the other players were going, because if Throllax had gone for fast void ray, again, that would have been the end of Wildcard. He just didn't have any anti-air at all. And again, considering he has lost this expansion, he should just be trying to, at this stage, re-macro up, get forces, continue producing those mules, SCVs, turrets there, that's a good idea, and then stick a siege tank here. These two should be sitting here bombing this, with a missile turret there and there, just protecting them, because that would not only help him get back in this match by crippling Wheezy's economy, it would also mean that Wheezy may accidentally overcommit himself, and if someone else pushes him, he will get taken out because his forces are divided. So Zergling's now going to come up and try and push up the ramp, or are they just going to take out these two refineries at the expansion? No, they're just going to camp at the front door. Throllax now getting a very, very scary looking army. With this expansion, Wheezy has caught up in economy, but I think Throllax has just been ahead for far too long. Now having the level 1 forces upgrade pretty much complete. Blink almost done as well. That'll be very handy against the mutalisks, especially because I believe that observer still would be alive. Probably not, though. They did get spore. Oh no, there it is. Observer is still alive, so I mean he should be getting good scouting information from that. A reasonably large army here. I don't know if any of the other players